Hi, I'm Brad, Brad's Vintage Collection. Tonight I'm doing a pickup video, and part of this pickup video is a kind of comical PSA mistake that saved me some money. Some massive PSA undergrades and a card I bought to celebrate getting a new job. So I'll turn the camera around and show you my pickups. Okay, this first card I teased at the beginning and teased in the thumbnail for the video, but this was a PSA mistake. And if we look at this card, it is the 1961 Topps Mantle Blast 565-foot home run. And I think it's properly graded as an 8. It's a little off center right to left, but the corners are sharp. The gloss is great. Beautiful card. But if you look, it's labeled as Hornsby Topps NL with 424 average, number 404. So this card is number 406, and you can see it talking about Mantle. And it was listed, so not only did PSA mis-slab it, PSA sold it on their eBay account with the wrong listing. They listed it for $166.25, and the Mantle Blast home run goes for $369 in VCP high and $273 in VCP mid. So assuming I can get them to reslab it with the same grade and the right card, I really got a bargain on this one. And this was a card that was replacing one of the 9s I sold in Strongsville. So I got about $1,500 for the 9 and then picked this one back up for $166. So nice little deal for me to do this downgrade. So sticking with the theme of PSA and buying PSA cards on eBay, my first video that I did, or one of my very first videos, was about how PSA's stricter grading was something that was good for collectors. And if you look at this Marichal card, it was recently graded and it was graded a 7. And PSA's eBay is a really good place to go to see the cards that have just been graded and someone wants to sell. And this card to me is the best 7 I've ever seen, and to me, no doubt a higher grade card, and being able to get this for the 7 price because of today's strict grading is something phenomenal for my collection. This one also bought by PSA, and while this one probably is graded right as an 8, I think it looks better than most 77 9s. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this card. It's centered great, the gloss is great, the registration's perfect. Really beautiful card, and graded an 8 by PSA, which to me may be right, may be low. Another one bought from PSA is this 65 Robin Roberts in a 7, and this looks better than most of my 8s that I have from 1965. So Roberts was one of the Hall of Famers I needed, and being able to pick up this beautiful card recently graded by PSA, being able to buy a 7 instead of an 8 for a card that looks like an 8, I'll do that all day. Another one bought from PSA on eBay is this Gaylord Perry. This one's graded a 7. I actually have this in a 9, and I'm going to downgrade it. So I'll pick up a couple $100, have a card that looks just as great, and be able to put that into my collection. Sticking with the cards from PSA, this was a Gaylord Perry 1972. Again, this one I have in a 9, so I will sell the 9 and keep the 7 and get maybe 40, 50 bucks. And then the last one is another one that I'm downgrading. Bought this on the PSA site. It's graded a 7. It looks the same as my 9, so I will go ahead and sell my 9 and keep this 7 and put that money into my collection. So PSA's tough grading is really a boon for us collectors. We can buy cards in a lower grade that look the same as the cards we have in a higher grade, sell those higher grade cards and add something to our collection. So I did land a job, and every time I land a job or get promoted, I buy a card to celebrate. So it's been a little while without working. I've only put hobby money into the hobby during that time. But with landing a job, my celebration card is this gorgeous 1950 Bowman Yogi Berra. And the registration on this
I think it's coming across on the video, is as good as you get. I mean, 1950 Bowmans can oftentimes be blurry, and this one is crystal clear. And I love it. I have the 50 Drake as well, which is a photograph of the same picture. And so having the 50 Bowman and the 50 Drake with this great shot. The Drake has a photograph, this one has a drawing, and the artist's rendition of that same photograph is really exciting for me. So this one is one I'm super stoked to add to my collection.
I hope you enjoyed this pickup video. I really enjoyed adding these cards to my collection, and I'm really excited, especially about the Bearer card. So that's a big one to add. Remember, if you're not excited to add the cards to your collection, you bought the wrong cards. I'm Brad, Brad's Vintage Collection. Thanks so much for watching.